Now we come to scenes we'd like to see, so if everyone can make their way over to the performance area. I'll read out this week's topics, then we'll see what our panellists can come up with. OK, here we go. The first subject is things you didn't hear during the election.
The truth!
The Scottish people have spoken. Did anyone understand what they were saying?
Please welcome this month's Gay Times cover star, Tim Farron.
I am the returning officer, and it's great to be back.
Would you press the red button? Mr. Corbyn, would you press the red button? We've been stuck in this lift for 20 minutes.
Taxes will be so low if you vote for me, Jimmy Carr.
This is my pledge. Get your own furniture polished.
I am the returning officer.
So it looks like the Tory majority is going to be exactly the same as it was. What a fucking waste of time that was.
OK, next topic is unlikely lines from a cosmetics commercial.
Are you an older woman struggling with her facial hair? Try Gillette, the best a nan can get.
Would you like lashes with more volume? Lashes!
You don't need lip liner or eyeliner with our new bin liner.
What goes into our true naked, infallible moisture, crushing nature, colour palette body moisturiser? A selection of random words that mean fuck all.
What's my secret for smooth skin? I'm 20.
Is your hair out of control? Do you wear wacky shirts? Well, hey, you're great just how you are.
You want fuller, rounder lips? I recommend a nut allergy.
We in the German city of Cologne have a fragrance called Birmingham.
This apricot scrub removes the surface layers to leave you with the smoothest, most rejuvenated apricot you have ever seen.
And for one last time, it's me, the returning officer.
Sorry, has anyone seen The Returning Officer?
Any messages?
Our new powder gives you the confidence to hit the town. Cocaine!
Things you wouldn't hear in a nature show.
Well, that was a sticky moment. Last time I tickle a sperm whale.
It's been said that male cows don't defecate, but as you can see, that's bullshit.
The best way to tell the difference between an Indian and an African elephant is that one of them is an elephant.
Hello, I'm not an elephant.
Told you. And the reason why geese fly in a V formation is to act as chevrons for airplanes.
Coming up, a couple of rhinos banging and some monkeys finger blasting each other on extremely blue planets.
And what a magnificent scene. The monkey is lifting the lion cub towards the sun, and I'm being removed from the theatre for talking.
Dawn rises on the Serengeti. Dawn has no idea how she got there.
The gibbon is widely considered to be the most frequent masturbator in the entire animal kingdom. We'll see about that.
The camel can walk across the sand because of its toes, or, as scientists call them, fanny outlines.
And here we have a tiger happily eating Frosties. Tonight's episode is dedicated to the memory of our cameraman, Charles Frosties.
And here we see two majestic birds of prey, or nuns, as they're also called.
Here we have a woodchuck, also known as a groundhog, prompting the question, how much ground could a groundhog hog if a groundhog could hog ground?
As the three lions circle the female, we ask, when will footballers learn that no means no?
The crab scuttles into view. I should have used the special shampoo again.
OK, the next topic is unlikely chat-up lines.
No, should have gone to Specsavers.
My name's Ed. What's it short for? Dunno, it's just always been like that.
Your father must have been a thief, and I'm going to catch him if it's the last thing I do. Your father's got a prison.
I'd say my approach to sex is a lot like the government's approach to Brexit. I go in hard and then pull out when I realise I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, so when you sit there seductively licking your lips, that's sexy. But when I do it, I'm weird and should get off your lips.
You look like $1 million. Less impressive than you would have done 10 years ago.
I like my men like I like women.
You don't look like you did through the binoculars.
If I said you had a nice body, would you hold it against me while I cry on your shoulder? I'm so lonely, God, I'm so lonely.
On a first date, I always like to go Dutch. I don't mean I split the bill, but I'll do some really kinky stuff in clogs.
Unlikely things to hear on the radio.
And this week, an unlikely entry at number 10. It's the DUP.
Well, I had a curry last night, so I'd imagine it's going to be an absolute nightmare. And that's the end of the shitting forecast.
In traffic news, we're hearing of a nasty helicopter crash on the M4. Let's go over to our eye in the sky, Mark. Mark?
Welcome to Drive Time with me, Richard Hammond, and now...
And today on Women's Hour, we are not going to discuss the menopause. Only kidding. Is it me or is it hot in here? I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Beep, 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 beep. Here are the headlines. A lorry has just reversed into the studio.
listening to Radio 3. Ooh, someone's got ideas above their station.
And we interrupt Gardener's question time, not for any particular reason. We just thought you might be bored.
And now on LBC, some soothing whale music. Nah, just kidding. It's people shouting at each other.
And now the shipping news. Your parcel has been dispatched.
Okay, the next topic is bad things to hear during a medical exam.
Now, you may feel a little prick, so no change there, eh, Jeremy Hunt?
Could you just urinate into this cup, please? It's the one the annoying receptionist uses.
And if you just pop your clothes off, sit down there with everyone else, and the doctor should see you in about half an hour.
Mr. Jones, I'm going to need you to have more fibre in your diet because my hand's completely stuck.
Would you mind if a student sits in? He's a geography student, never seen boobs before.
I'm happy to be able to tell you that unsightly lump on your breast is Callum Best.
Hello, John. Thank you very much for coming on Embarrassing Bodies. Now, if you could just... Whoa, what the fuck is that?
Well, the test results are back. I failed. I'm not a qualified doctor.
Well, the bad news is you're going to have to take one of these tablets every day for the rest of your life. The really bad news is I'm only giving you 3.
I'm afraid to say you've only got about 4 weeks left. I'm really sorry, Teresa.
OK, I'm just going to test your reflexes. Release the leopard!
Unlikely things to hear on a history documentary.
It was a wooden horse. The soldiers of Troy had been deceived. They would never bet on the Grand National again.
So it turns out that Henry VIII is actually some kind of medieval Hoover.
In 2068, the UK was allowed to rejoin the EU on condition that it changed its name to Very Sorry Land.
And as we unearth this skeleton, what becomes clear and what we have learned is that I should have found a deeper hole to bury my wife.
What was life like for a typical Roman soldier around 200 BC? No fucking idea.
How are your parents? Shouted Cromwell across the battlefield. And the king replied, they're very well, thank you. Isn't the weather nice for this time of year? It was civil war.
As they ceased to exist over 200 years ago, it was impossible to know what Southern Rail was until yesterday when one of their trains finally arrived.
Okay, the next topic is unlikely film trailers.
From acclaimed director Ridley Scott, Alien 7. It's just fucking ruined now.
Nigel Farage buys a guest house in Spain. How will the locals react? Find out in Casablanca.
A woman with a past, a cop with a secret, a plumber with a shoe, a dog with a cold, a hairdresser with a Rubik's Cube. Coming this summer, random things with stuff.
Theresa May's up to her old tricks again in The Matrix.
Thor, Iron Man and the Hulk visit IKEA in Avengers Assemble.
This is the story of the last man in Nazi Europe with a foolscap folder. Saving Private Ryman.
A documentary about the losing of the Tory majority. Gone in 60 seconds.
A woman calls an election and then disappears from her own campaign in Wonder Where the Fuck She Went, Woman.
This summer, the ultimate battle for supremacy in Kramer versus Alien versus Predator versus Batman versus Superman versus Kramer.
The Boy Who Cries Wolf 3. Honestly, this one is a real film.
Things you wouldn't hear on a fitness DVD.
Yoga. It's just stretching for twats.
Hello, I'm Darrow O'Brien.
Welcome to Fitness with Theresa May. I'm Amber Rudd.
These used to be my trousers until I discovered the secret. Buying smaller trousers.
Next, I'm going to show you my pecs. There are thousands of them. I got assaulted by a chicken.
OK, let's work on those more unsightly areas. Bums, tums and Croydon.
OK, now we're going to watch a carry-on film so you can work on your core.
And remember, girls, when it comes to weightlifting, what we're really looking for is a nice, clean snatch.
Go on, just stretch. Reach for your toes. Reach for them. Imagine your toes are made of chocolate, you fat fuck.
OK, the next topic is things you wouldn't read in a romantic novel.
He pressed his lips to hers and slid his tongue in. That's not how you're supposed to do it, shouted the other paramedic.
He was everything a woman wanted in a man. He was 47, greying, chubby, slightly camp.
He kissed her breast, tenderly. Oh, and she said, get your own KFC bucket.
Everything was in place. The bubble bath had been poured. The chocolate was there. The scented candles had been lit. This was going to be the best wank ever.
He put the chocolates down beside her. Silence. And then at last she spoke. Unexpected item in the bagging area.
6'2" and with shoulders so broad they looked like they could carry the weight of the world, and a full, lustrous moustache. Rebecca really was an unusual-looking lady.
She had never had a ménage à trois before, let alone with two famous brothers. They drove her wild all night with their cries of, to me, to you, to me, to you, to me.
Sophie looked absolutely beautiful in her flowing wedding dress. Admittedly, it was an odd choice to wear on a first date.
When they left the bar, she saw him in a new light. Daylight, and he was disgusting.
I want to see you shit in this bin.
Does fulfill the criteria. Things a sport commentator would never say.
And the Russian champ beginning her floor routine now. Running, big jump, and a tumble, and a little tumble, and then rolling around, and then a bit of swirling. To be honest with you, I normally do the darts.
Well, there are 3 horses in it. This is the worst sausage I've ever had.
And the Ferrari crosses the line in the worst case of cheating the London Marathon has ever seen.
Shock news as FIFA awards the 2022 World Cup to the Islamic State.
Say what you like about these cyclists, but boy, do they know their drugs.
The referee there taking down Ronaldo's number. Not really the time or the place, but good to see we've kicked homophobia out of football.
And as is traditional, the leader of the Tour de France now awarded with the yellow jersey to remind him what colour his piss is supposed to be.
Oh, that is long, very long. I'll put it away now and get on with the comments.
Okay. The next topic is unlikely lines from a thriller.
Boss, I've got some news about the criminal who's been impersonating Sting. He's turned himself into the police.
Strapped to a railway line. Thank God it's Southern. I've got 6 hours to escape.
It's male, 30 to 35, Caucasian, no obvious sign of trauma. Oh, no, wait, the head should be attached to the body, shouldn't it?
This elevator company is corrupt, and I think it goes all the way to the top.
You can kill me, but if you do, you will never find the sarin gas canister I have placed in the president's fridge. Shit.
You try to expose corruption in my elevator company, you're going down.
Rejected exam questions.
Which of the following is not a hydrocarbon? Kerosene, ethylene, come on, Eileen.
Welcome to your French exam. It's exactly the same as your English exam, but with tongues.
If Theresa has 330 seats in the Parliament and then she loses 13, how does she still have a job?
Biology practical question 1. Cock or ball?
Psychology, question 1. How are you going to feel if you can't even answer this one?
Cornwall has no capital. False or true?
Theology. Is there a God? You'd better hope so. Look at this next question.
Theoretical physics. Discuss the theoretical possibility of time travel. You have 1 hour, starting 3 hours ago.
Okay, next topic is commercials that never made it to air.
Pepsi. It'll do.
Immigration. Loves the jobs you hate.
Why do I use pan 10? Because my other 9 pans are broken.
Introducing the new BMW Hemorrhoid series, because eventually every arsehole gets one.
Dove deodorant. Because no one likes a smelly dove.
Nish Kumar. Sounds exotic. But it turns out he's just a bloke.
Nike now sponsored the panda mating programme at London Zoo. Just do it!
Have you thought about retirement? I have since the age of 6.
Are you a woman who wants longer lashes? How about showing a bit of ankle in Saudi Arabia?
Now, with new lip-plumping technology, camel toe pants. Look, I'm ashamed of myself, all right?
Unlikely lines from a sci-fi film.
Oh, my God, he's come back through the portal. Who? Henry VIII.
Lord Vader, the results are in for the naming of the new Death Star. The public wish to call it Deathy McDeathface.
OK, the next topic is things you wouldn't hear on a political discussion show.
Contenders ready.
We'll take a question from the back. Yes, the man in the blue tie with the haunted look of a nonce on the run.
On tonight's programme, we'll be discussing the NHS, fracking and affordable housing. Only joking, it's fucking Brexit again.
See, most people don't realise the bell is called Big Ben and not the clock. That the clock is called Tickety Ted the Time-Telling Bitch.
On Newsnight tonight, drugs, binge drinking and prostitution. We have the best after-show party on television.
Hello and welcome to Question Time. Is it real or is it just a fabricated construct? Join us as we question time.
And here with us, Theresa May.
But what would the average Victorian-era butler have thought of this news? Well, joining us now is Jacob Rees-Mogg.
UKIP is not a single-issue party. We're not only worried about immigration, we're worried about foreigners and people from abroad.
Robert Peston on Sunday, the first lyric rejected by Craig David.
We just stop arguing. Surely we can all agree. Whoever smelt it, dealt it.
Unlikely things for a continuity announcer to say.
The following programme contains swearing right from the fucking start.
Up next, The Walking Dead. Oh, sorry, Songs of Praise.
Coming up next on Channel 4... Oh, my God, those buildings are in the shape of a 4! This is amazing!
And now our Friday night horror film. Bruce Willis stars as a ghost who doesn't realise he's dead in the Oh, I've ruined it, haven't I?
Up next on Naked Attraction, a man who's going to spend the next 3 years telling his friends it was a lot colder than it looked in the studio.
And now our Saturday night thriller. Kevin Spacey stars as a shady gangster, Kaiser Soze, in... I've done it again, haven't I?
From the makers of Love Island, Cul-de-sac Orgy.
Coming up next on ITV, will Dara cop off with Ed in Love Ireland?
Next up, The 40-Year-Old Virgin. Oh, sorry, Robot Wars.
following programme contains material that some viewers may find distressing. Unless you're my ex-wife Karen, of course, nothing's going to melt that cold bitch's heart.
We just bought Bake Off, because anyone can. We're a porn channel. We bought Bake Off. Just a joke. It's a joke, but we've got it now. We've got a new series of Bake Off. Just going to show it. Like, just banging, banging, banging. Bake Off. Bang it again. It's just a joke.
Now, ladies, you know what time it is. Time to pour yourself a glass of wine, light some candles, because next up it's Dara O'Brien's Go 8-Bit.
That is unlikely, Ed. Correct. OK, the next topic is things a news reporter would never say.
Well, they said it would never happen, but after a hunt over 12 years, spanning 62 countries, the police have finally found Wally.
Irma has been blowing all over the city for 2 days now. But enough about your mum. Here's the weather.
We're yet to hear President Trump's view on the matter.
Well, I have spoken to a lot of people here at the SNP conference, and they have all said the same thing. Piss off back to London, you English bastard.
And I'm at Buckingham Palace, where excitement is growing amid rumours that Prince Charles has absolutely lost the plot and is about to appear on the balcony, bollock naked, singing The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Damn right BBC News is biased. This next story is about how I'm hot to trot and all the ladies want to do me.
It's now been 4 days since Piers Morgan went missing. The police have appealed for anyone with information on his whereabouts to please, please, please keep it to themselves.
And I'm reporting now from the DUP conference this year, which is surprisingly sponsored by Grindr.
And we've got some more intel on the Killers. They're good live, but their albums are patchy as fuck.
Unlikely things to hear on a TV police show.
It's not my fault. You told me to reconstruct the crime, so I killed someone.
So, according to this, the suspect was 5'5", red hair, glasses. How pissed was I last night?
Sarge, I can't find any fingerprints. I don't think the killer had any hands. Oh, no, gloves. Yeah, fair point. They could have been wearing gloves.
The attacker first broke into the house when... Oh, you'll alter my voice afterwards.
When forensics arrives, let them know that, as per usual, a lot of the semen is courtesy of yours truly.
So is this the body here? Yeah. Oh, God, sorry, Tina. I didn't recognise you without your makeup.
Wait, so you're trying to tell me that the mounted policeman at the home end of Liverpool Stadium fired a bullet that just about grazed Liverpool's manager? You're trying to tell me the cop on clip-clops clipped clop?
We're the boys in blue. We wanted to be called the Blue Man Group, but that name was already taken by some very talented individuals.
Hate crime? No, I love crime. What I do is crime.
We've searched the suspect's room and we've found traces of semen, alcohol and cocaine. Our conclusion? Absolute legend.
OK, the next topic is things you never hear on daytime TV.
Good morning, I'm Susanna Reid, and I'm not blinking. This is a cry for help in Morse code.
Welcome to Smell the Cheese.
Well, he already presents everything, and now he's fronting the new ITV breakfast show. Yes, it's Good Morning Brian.
Well, coming up now on BBC Two, you can use the red button to choose your daytime show. It's either a travel documentary about alcoholic, narcoleptic rabbis on holiday or a current affairs and arts programme. It's your snooze, you lose, booze, cruise for Jews or news and reviews, you choose.
Well, it's a difficult topic, but later on we'll be talking about premature ejac... Oh, no.
Welcome to Good Morning Britain. I'm Piers Morgan, and I'm sorry.
Next up, Holly and Philip will be demonstrating the ancient art of bukkake. Kabuki! Kabuki!
This week on A Place in the Country, you don't get one unless you've got a special skill. That is what Brexit means!
Unlikely things to hear over at Tannoy.
Would all virgins please report to the Virgin check-in desk?
Welcome, everyone, to Weight Watchers. It really doesn't matter how many pastries past tries you've had.
Would someone with a camera please come to the Tannoy room? I have sat on the microphone and I am literally talking out of my arse.
If you look out the left window of the train, you'll see the sea. And if you look out the right window, you'll see the sea. Oh, God, we're in the sea!
Bing bong! Could the person who's stolen the bing bong machine please bring it back?
Attention shoppers, we have a young man who says he's lost. I mean, he's 45, he just needs some career advice.
Will the man in the red Speedos doing the front crawl up lane 4 please stop? This is a bowling alley.
I don't wish to upset or worry anybody, but do we have a doctor on board? Or, failing that, a pilot?
We have illuminated the seatbelt sign, which means Seatbelt Man will be here very soon.
Southern Rail would like to apologise for the... Fuck me, there's one coming.
The next topic is unlikely lines from a blockbuster movie.
No, Mr. Bond, I don't expect you to talk. I expect you to die of the many STDs you've contracted. Jesus, man, pop a Johnny on!
Frozen. The tragic tale of pensioners confused by gas tariffs.
The name's Bond. Tony Bond, James's brother. Don't have a licence to kill, but I've got one to drive a forklift, but apparently that doesn't count for anything, does it, Mum?
Dr. Strange, you say? How strange on a scale of Zeus to Shipman?
Imagine a world where monkeys have given up tobacco. Planet of the Vapes.
I am Loki, the mischief god of Norse. Why is no one else dressed up? Oh, you said dress Loki.
OK, game that round the point is going to end. Felicity and Nish.